Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for render, FET and injective price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. We're gonna start with a render here where we are still looking at our testing area here for wave 4. However, of course, we after this push toward the upside, very massive push here where we have finished and imposed wave 3. The wave 4 might take, of course, this time a little bit here to unfold. But basically, if we are in something bearish, so we gotta be careful as well, because of course most of the market as well is showing some bearish sentiments, right? So we gotta be careful with it. Now with render, we see here a potential an ABC or double 1-2. So we in case of bearish, it might transfer to double 1-2, another 1-2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5 towards the downside. And if this case is unfolding, so we gotta be careful, because we are looking here at a potential 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 already. It's hard to say that this, of course, a WX and a Y, and it looks already like very impulsive. Therefore, we gotta be very careful with it. In case that we are still looking for something very deep here, now, of course, already expected for render, because we got over the 2.618 Fibonacci level for the wave 3. So expected a very, very deep wave here for, of course, wave 4. And I'm expecting, at least right now, the next target might be even in this area and even below, if in case, of course, it's going to unfold a wave 4. Don't forget the invalidation here is very, very far, so I cannot really rely on it here to say that we are bearish, after dropping really massively. So that's why we have to be very careful here from the 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave A. In this case, it might unfold something very bearish. Now, in case that we are still looking on the all-time history, or a little bit in the macro level, I would say, if we are still looking for something corrective or looking for lower prices, I will come back to the initial correction here as an A, B, and a C. Don't forget, as I mentioned before, that the timing is very essential here. So the timing to finish this correction, at least as W, X, and a Y, we need to create a balance here. By all means, we need, of course, as well, the same structure to repeat for the wave Y, at least here, in case it is a double zigzag separated by a triangle here. So it can be very likely happening. Okay, so what I'm expecting is a potential wave C that it might still take the low over there, meaning an A finish there, you have a kind of like a wave B, and you're looking for a wave C. It can be an ending diagonal starting by a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, or even it can be something deeper, reaching the 1 to 1 level, taken from the A to the B to the C, or WX and a Y as well. This is gonna be very, very deep price, so we gotta be careful with it, of course, in case this happens. So basically we'll see, of course, what the reaction will be. Now, I would say it's a little bit weird to see like a very, very massive drop directly after this. Normally it should show something less aggressive after all, like when we reach the area, of course, required, meaning in this red zone, we might see, of course, a rebound here or something to be retested, and we'll see, of course, if we turn bullish again. But currently, I see a lot of red sentiment, so be careful, guys. So for FET as well, it's the same thing for render that we saw. Of course, even it can be a finished wave 5 there, wave 3, and we might have finished wave C there, and we're looking, of course, for something for lower, in case we are looking for these fib levels for wave 4, because, of course, the 0.23 is already broken. Don't forget that the time for FET is even much more longer here, in case we are in a wave 4. So this fast move, well, suggest potential A, B, C, D, E, and then pushing for higher. Probably, yes, can be. But we gotta be careful internally, of course. On the 15-minute chart, we start to see here a potential, of course, of several 1-2s. And we see, of course, something as, well, I can't say yet I see a wave 3. This is, of course, several 1-2s there unfolding. But yeah, we need a wave 3. So if this is your wave 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, well, that will be very aggressive. Okay, it can be, well, it's hard to say that this is a diagonal, guys. It's a very longer wave 3 than wave 1, not allowed, of course. Yeah, so very likely that those are the triple 1-2s here, and we're looking for a massive wave 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, in case, only in case that this is what is going on. Another possibility is the W, X, and a Y, but obviously it is not very low possibility because the wave Y should be finished as an ABC and start to seek, of course, for something for higher. Now it can still be, but yeah, very low possibility. Highest possibility here is going for triple 1-2, so we gotta be careful with it. Okay, we gotta be careful with it. The things are not looking that great, and of course we cannot wait for the invalidation over there to call something, of course, dropping for as bearish. Therefore, yeah, I suggest you be careful from a very deep correction here. Okay, in case even if it is an ABC, well, can be. Now the major wave 1, 2 is over there, 3, 4, and a 5. Yeah, it's really hard to say that it's gonna be a wave 4, but we'll see, guys. We will see. The wave 2 is really long here in time, so, and we're dropping very, very fast. We're already at 0.38, unless it's gonna unfold the triangle, but we will have to wait. Yeah, I think we're gonna drop, of course, at least to our testing area 0.5 fib level. Yep, so this is regarding FET as well. In a bigger view as well for FET before I move to the final one. So on the macro level here, we can see also that the time is still required as well for this correction. As I mentioned, to create a balance here after the triangle wave X, we have a W, X, and of course a wave Y might still be unfolding as a flat, as a triangle, or even as a zigzag, as A and wave B, and we're looking 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 wave C to open, of course, for lower prices. If it's gonna be a little bit more aggressive, it can reach even the wick there. Can be, of course, a 1 to 1 fib level, but only in an impulse, and that means, of course, you might reach a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 here, very, very low for FET. We gotta be careful with this scenario as well, guys. It's coming back, of course, on the table very strongly. So for injective as well, we are looking at a potential impulse finished here. In case the impulse is really finished in several 1-2, so we have potentially here 1-2, 1-2, 3, 4, and a 5. But we gotta be careful from the W, X, and a Y. Don't forget, because this also looks for me double zigzags in an X in between, especially that we didn't took the 0.38 here fib level. It looks for me of course much more likely like a W, X, and a Y as the 3 waves. And in case that this is something impulsive toward the downside, of course looking for a wave 2, we are already in the target, in the minimum requirement, but we still in red. Yeah, and this can be very likely an impulse there, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, very clear. Now if it is an ABC, well, this is a very extended one. It suggests here much more possible 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we gotta be careful. It can be an ABC, but still, of course, not showing any signal of strength. Yeah, so the things might still, of course, push for higher a little bit, but we will see. Of course, the signal that we would like to see here is 3 waves in case we drop down. But if we are in ABC here, you would like to see 5 waves. Yeah, so if this will happen here, a signal of strength will be given and pushing for higher, taking the high confirmation, then this is, of course, our signal to continue for something toward the upside. But if we continue in corrective wave and we get a wave 5, okay, that's an impulse already, and we gotta be careful because, of course, on the 4-hour chart, on the macro level again, we might be in something much more deeper or even sideways for injective. By all means, on the daily here, you might come back, of course, for the 3 ways down, 3 ways up. It might be an impulse continuing the drop, of course, as diagonal here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, hitting even the 1 to 1 fib level again. or we are as well in WX and Y. Your wave Y can be here something as a zigzag, so you need to finish the impulse. It can be, of course, something as a triangle as well, sideways, where we saw, of course, right now an A, B, C, D, and an E as well, reaching, of course, this area and then pushing for higher. Don't forget, of course, the timing. The timing is very essential as well here for as well injective. We're looking at least to the 0.618 to be taken here as, of course, FIP time, and to start something really bullish. Yeah. So, and the signal was given on the micro. So the micro level always give us the signal which macro level become higher possibility. Currently, higher possibility is to continue the drop, guys, and it might take a while here for injective as well. That was it for render, FET, and injective. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye.